All right, that leads us to our second story, which is Cardano. 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 The zombie chain. The ghost chain. No one uses Cardano. What? You're a bunch of nerds sitting around crunching numbers and building things for years? Move fast and break things. That's how you make money.
What is dead may never die.
I always love that. They go, okay, so this is a zombie ghost chain. That's the one in the top 10 of cryptocurrencies of the world for the last 7 years.
Well, didn't it
And
drop out
you're
of the top 10?
no, and your concern, I think what like Pepe got up once or whatever. I don't even count any of those. And your concern is that they spend too much time thinking about technology, too much time with formal verification, too much time thinking about liquid staking, too much time thinking about privacy, too much time building their platform. What you need to do is instead have a move fast VC back break things token where the people on the All In podcast are waiting to dump on you, and that will be the foundation for our new financial system. I don't get it, Peter. I've never gotten it.
I don't understand it either. Too much attention has been paid to these planes. We need to just get these planes out, get them up into the air.
Just get them up.
Just
Just
get them
get
up.
them up. Crazy.
So what? They land upside down. You gotta break things. You gotta crack a few. You gotta kill a few chickens to make an omelet.
We got hacked. Billions of dollars. Some of the biggest
Oopsie.
hackers of all time got hacked.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Solana's down. Sorry. It's temporarily down.
No, well, you know that Solana is good because there's a lot of meme coin activity. And we all know that there's long-term value in meme tokens. We saw that from Ethereum. Peter, you know, like the whole meme coin Ethereum and NFT system in Ethereum has preserved its value even up till now. People are making money hand over fist. Whatever meme coin they are. Safe Moon? Peter, Safe Moon Revival. It's coming back, buddy. All right, so if we take a look at Cardano, just pull up the chart. I always look at Cardano versus Solana because it makes me laugh to see the performance of Cardano increase and then Solana, like versus Solana, Cardano's improving. Because remember, Peter, through this whole write up, people were telling us you're stupid for holding Cardano because Solana's so outperforming it. And it did it for, this was all of, what was it? All of 2024. I heard that.
Well, you would have made money holding Solana and selling
If you
trading
sold.
Solana. Yeah.
If you sold it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I
Buy and
did.
sell, buy and sell.
I did. But I'm talking about my long bags.
I got you.
What I want to hold. Where I don't want to sit around wondering if I'm going to Luna all of a sudden. Like that's what I didn't want to have. Yeah, I traded Solana. Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, Solana's up 21% today.
21%. And Cardano's up 56%. It hit a high of like 60 something. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit here first. All right. So this is Cardano. Oh, beautiful. Let me just hide this a second.
Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody's clear. Tom Hartman, you don't hate Solana, right?
Define hate.
Do
I wish it didn't exist?
Wrong answer.
Do I think anyone who buys into it long term is a horrible human being or stupid and shouldn't be around anymore? Do I think that scam and are rampant on the platform and that VC funding is one of the main signs of something you should be avoiding? I'll let history decide that.
You'll let history decide that.
But yes, absolutely.
Everybody, just so you know, Tom told me to buy Solana. All right, so I have Solana, I have ADA. I own it. But he did tell me all of that when he told me to buy Solana. He's like, "Look, go where the money is."
All right, this is our beloved Cardano here. Actually, let me take away these.
I never wake up afraid Cardano is gonna tank.
That's right. That's right.
It's not even a thought.
So this is a classic. So this is what I want to see in a chart. This uptrend, right? This uptrend up. Oh, actually, let me change it to white. You like it when it's white. this uptrend up, and then you have this channel up. So this to me is like healthy movements. You want these corrections, these healthy movements, and then after the third one, you usually get a an explosion, which seems to be happening right now. So we have this. Let me hide the levels. Yeah. So we have this trend. So to me, when I see a chart like this, I'm very excited by it. And what was great was that this low here, we just never like broke below it. All this time where people were like afraid of what was going to happen. We had this like this floor in Cardano, and I loved it when it was all about how all the bad news about Cardano, all these stories about Charles Hoskinson, and all the fighting within the space. And I could easily just find videos of people just absolutely dunking on Cardano because the price wasn't moving. And all along, they're just like, we have $1 billion worth in our of assets in our treasury, um, available for funding on our platform. You don't have to go through VC. They just launched the final version, the final uh, component of governance on Cardano platform. So now it's
Right.
outside of Hosky's hands. You don't have to worry about Charles Hoskinson, who built one of the biggest cryptocurrency chains and was part of Ethereum to begin with. But fine, whatever. You don't like that. I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you like John Caroni and
Who?
Papa Thomas and Satan. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Um, so you, so they have governance. So that means now that changes can be done. This voting system can be done in order to grow grow Cardano, but it's based on this constitution, and you have this limited supply. You have a treasury system. You have this rolling update. So updates can happen to the platform without having to hard fork the whole thing. You have liquid staking, so you have access to earn an interest on your tokens while still being able to take it out anytime you want, as opposed to it being locked and bonded. You have people who need to have a certain level of skill beyond just prompting on AI in order to generate a new token. And then you have all the native tokens on the platform that are first that are what do they call them? They have all the same properties as ADA, so you don't have like this the first class citizens on the platform. And now they're working on Charles is working on Midnight, a privacy token. This whole thing that everyone wants, this privacy on cryptocurrency. He goes, yeah, you can have that while being in the Cardano network. Oh, I'm sorry. They also have Babel fees, the ability, I think, through Fluid tokens, in order to transact with the Cardano network using any token that you want, and never have to see ADA, even though ADA is being used on the back end. Oh, right, and also the ability to have Bitcoin being the DeFi layer for Bitcoin, so you can have your Bitcoin and enjoy your Bitcoin, and Bitcoin shows up inside of your wallets, and you're able to participate inside of the Cardano network without any problem whatsoever. I don't know. I don't know. It's no dog coin, granted. It has that against it, but it's got nerd power. It's got nerd cred.
I have a
So,
question.
I just wanted to mention to this
I have
move.
a real quick question.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, okay. Quick question. Unless you don't want me to interrupt you, in which go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to mention these two things, and I just wanted to mention here that this move that we saw in November, this move up. You remember that happened after the election of Donald Trump,
Yes.
because there was this weight on some of these cryptocurrencies where it wasn't sure how they're going to be treated by CFTC, by the SEC, what was going to happen there, and so that released the pressure, and so we saw this XRP, Algorand, HBAR, a bunch of these things that take off because you have this uncertainty that was lifted a little bit,
And
and then
then
to pull
we
back.
we looked to the east on the third day, and then we saw Gandalf with Rohan
Exactly.
cresting the
And
hill.
then now we're getting another leg higher, that is because now with Cardano being mentioned by Donald Trump, by the great Donald Trump, by King Trump, now there's no more wondering if Ada is actually a big wig. It means that Charles Hoskinson and other people within the Cardano system were actually active participants in the administration, helping to provide feedback on what the economic landscape should look like with crypto regulations. Now there's no like just talking anymore. Donald Trump tweeted your thing, right? If Donald Trump tweeted MeUndies would be a S&P 500 company right now. Okay, tweeted it, and so now you have to imagine. Well, what's the upside on that, right? It's got to be, let's say, in the crypto bull market or whatever. Well, it's got to at least be all time highs. It's got to at least be all time highs, right? That happened to XRP. It happened to Solana and all that. It's going to be
But
all
when?
time highs, which means we have another, I don't know, 2x you can do on Cardano if you bought it now before you even get, like, just to get to all time highs.
When do you think
So
that's going to happen?
it could happen, I think, late March, early April.
Well, what does your signal say?
Late March, early April. That's where the run happens, because you need the liquidity to happen, and I don't think that there's a certain measure of the price. So if Solana went up 20%, let's say Cardano should have gone up 20% too, to match like what was going on, but it went up an extra 30%. I think that's a little bit of the 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 the
Right.
the, the Trump push, right? Just to give validity to the system. So I think that's a little bit of that, and we'll see what happens as we get higher. But we're hitting a resistance level on Cardano. I'd say, I mean, long term, I say buy now. I don't know why you wouldn't buy it now. Just buy now, but not because you think that, not because of the performance, right? You want to buy Cardano because it's proved itself, Peter. It showed that it's here for the long haul. It showed that it's willing to make the hard decisions for you, for me, for the little kid
Cardano.
in Uganda who needs a micro loan transaction. I see a world where voting systems are built on the Cardano layer, and new presidents and prime ministers are elected to power with Cardano as part of the foundation. I see a constitution, and a tear rolling down a child's eye as he becomes the first. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Look, I
Sorry,
support
you're asking?
Cardano because it was the victim of lawfare. It got shot in the ear, and against all odds, it's back on top. Okay.
Yeah,
Look,
the
my,
guy
my my
who could
heart
dodge
goes out
bullets.
to Cardano. My heart goes out to Cardano. I gotta put the palm up. I don't want to make Elon's mistake. You gotta put your palm up, not the
Well,
hand
you can
down.
imagine that. You understand why Bitcoin and Ethereum would be named, right?
Of course. Well, I don't know about Ethereum. Seems like a garbage. Seems like a dead zombie garbage chain
Yeah,
right
but
now.
it has the second. It's the Netscape Navigator of crypto. People know the name,
Netscape.
and you could understand. And you could understand Solana, because if the big money plays are there, the Chamath Palihapitias of the world are in the mix. If the David Sachs are in the mix,
Don't you dare badmouth Chamath Palihapitiya. Okay, I love that guy.
no, it's Palahapatia.
Palihapitiya. I love him. I love both of the pronunciations of his names too.
Yeah, I like criminals too. So
Disavow.
they're not criminals; they're grifters, right?
No, it's not a
Bad
grifter.
company.
Look, you have a certain level of understanding and the world that you're in, and then new information causes you to change. That's what happened to Chamath. He proves that
That's
he
true.
admits he's
Well,
wrong and he changes.
well, we agree that Chamath and the All In Bros are District 1, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So
Yeah,
whatever that is.
you like District 1.
I want to be a grifter. Have I not made that clear? I'm perfectly fine with that.
You're not grifters.
I'm sorry. Am I trying to say that I think poorly of grifters? No, only that I'm not yet part of their group. If they bring me on as the fifth member of the All In podcast,
It's going to ruin the visual.
forget Cardano. I'll
Solana all the way.
Solana all the way. No, so so you can understand why Solana was in the mix, because the money behind it. So XRP and ADA are like the interesting ones that were there.
Yeah, XRP
XRP,
even more like we've been hearing
well,
grumblings about XRP. It's been revived.
the XRP thing seems to have been like that USDC wanted to stop, wanted to take control of the stablecoin market, and so they wanted to overthrow USDT, and so Ripple was all involved in that. Plus, Or if you're on the other side, like if you're not on the side of them being the underdog, if you're on the other side of that they are a, I don't know what you call it, a Ponzi scheme, but some sort of scheme that they can print infinite amounts of the token, and they don't actually have enough collateral to back all the things, the coins that are being issued, whatever. Well, then that's also pro empire. Why wouldn't they want? Why wouldn't they want that? Why wouldn't the guy who puts out a Trump token want XRP? I totally understand that. If that's the version you have, I'm not saying XRP is bad or anything like that. I'm just saying either the good guy or the bad guy, you can understand that. ADA, the only reason for ADA to be there is if they muscled their way into there. They got into that state, right? They got to talk to senators, and they had to like grease the wheels. They had to RFK this whole thing. They had to weasel their way in, right? So to me, Ada being in there to me is to the level of Cash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK becoming getting their positions. You're like, what? So frankly, I should have expected that Cardano would have been.
I mean,
System.
there were rumors where the machinations looked like things were happening. The wheels were in motion. Things were happening, and
Yeah, but
now,
I've heard that since 2012.
yeah, but
Fine,
things have been happening since 2012.
agreed. This is the most significant thing I've ever heard happen to Cardano ever.
So
Can you think
what's
of
the
anything that was bigger?
no?
Can't think of anything that was bigger than this. On the heels of the launch of it, we get that. This opens up the door now for Hosky to be on Rogues, bud. You might get on Rogan. Now's the time.
And
Wait,
then
what's his
Joe
name?
Rogan.
Ada's name?
I want Charles to run for president. By the way, just putting it out there. I don't know why
What?
he hasn't done. Why not?
Why?
Well, first of all, there's no succession. There's no successor to Donald Trump.
We do have a successor to Donald Trump.
No apparent one. Who? Vance?
Donald Trump Jr.
Vance, who likes to use his
Oh,
two
sorry,
fingers
Barron Trump.
together.
Barron Trump.
He's not ready yet. Okay, you got to be older for that. Vance, this hand motion, Vance, like figure out a different hand motion because this thing that you do all the time. Barack Obama, he put things in a big box into a little box, but Vance is like, I don't get it. Trump's got great. He's got great Okay, I'm very
I just don't
focused
want a
on the
clean
hand
cut
gestures.
person. Charles is too Ron Polish,
Okay,
and
I'm
I
just
love
I'm
Ron
just
Polish.
throwing out there. What I want to know is what is the okay. I heard that if USA puts Bitcoin as a crypto reserve asset, even if it's 2%, that forces all other nations to also put 2%, which throws in, you know, there's the bag. This is what I heard from Max Kaiser.
I don't care about any of that stuff.
No,
That's
no, but
game
okay,
theory.
if yeah, game theory exactly. If ADA is part of that, do you think other countries will buy ADA as well?
Well, yes, but that's not what matters to me. I don't care about crypto, especially ADA, because of price appreciation. Other people are going to buy into it.
I don't care about price appreciation too, but we care about adoption and network effect.
Well, yes, but only so far as it actually produces something that I want it to produce.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. Scientology has a great adoption, but I'm not looking for the
It
output
produced
from.
Tom Cruise, the most amazing action movie star in history. All
You're
right,
right, and John Travolta and Will Smith. You're right.
was Will
I
Smith a
should have chosen.
Scientologist?
I don't know. He
No,
slapped Chris
I
Rock. I
don't.
assume he
No,
didn't. He
no.
had too many thetans,
Too
Tommy
many
Thetans in the system.
things.
Yeah.
Get
So
your
the
wife's name. Sorry, good.
well, what I care about is the idea of that they put the U.S. government on blockchain and they use something like ADA in order to make things transparent. I care about voting systems that are changed. For for the next 80 years or so, we don't have to worry about how the system has been gamed. We have this possibility of this recycling of the empire, this revivification of the empire that changes the landscape for the future. So like
Wait. Who is it that cares about voting systems and about putting the treasury on the blockchain? Like, who cares about that?
the Elon Musk of the world.
Yeah, but how is that? What is that going to do for anything? I mean, most people don't
What
know
do you
about
mean?
Linux.
What? What's the question?
You said you don't care that other countries might use ADA and use that as a reserve and price go up. You don't care about price go up. You care about how it's being used. Okay. Why do you care about how it's being used, you
because
personally?
it provides opportunities for us and our kids that are unlike anything we've seen before. So it's like being at the beginning of the industrial revolution and having some concepts of what could be done. That you could start a new factory, that you can create assembly lines, that you can do, you can revolutionize farms, that you can do all kinds of different things. There's productivity that can be generated out of there that if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, that you might be able to take advantage of.
So you care about it because of GDP.
Yes, but during these transitions, you have a shifting of the wealth.
But then District 1 is going to change.
It's going to change to new people in District One.
I don't know about new people. The people that are there now have been vetted.
I, no, they haven't been vetted. That's the whole issue. In fact, that's what we were talking about in the third segment, late stage capitalism. Um, that's what it is. So we have this. If the empire was not adopting this, and crypto was coming in to disrupt the system, then there would be this fight, this clash between the two, right? So what happens at the ends or the transitions of empires is that either they clash together and it's a revolution and it's turmoil and the next 20 to 40 to 80 years of your life is like difficult until something comes out the victor, which is usually, whoever has the most skull caps or teeth end up being at the top of the pack, or you have the symbiosis, right, where the empire adopts the new thing and you transition forward.
So you
So
become a
the
Christian, Rome becomes a Christian
exactly,
nation,
exactly.
and then everything, then
That's
there's
right.
peace.
It's exactly that. Well,
Unless you're
not peace.
non-Christian.
It's not peace for anyone who's not part of the.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
They definitely get crucified. Like there's a lot of crucifixion. But if you understand the rules around who gets crucified, then
Then
you
peace.
can be safer. Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm excited for. And then the price appreciation, great, right? But I want the price appreciation on the thing that I think would be very beneficial. So um, now that basically Cardano has been said, I don't know, Cardano has been sanctioned now by the highest order of the land. It don't get much bigger than King Trump.
Our God Emperor Trump, yeah.
This guy got out of bed yesterday, kicked Zelensky out of the White House, and said, "Hey, let's play a round of golf. Let's get some eight up in here." I mean, it was crazy. All right, great. So let's leave it at that. Long Cardano, and wait for the pullbacks because we're gonna hopefully get some pretty gnarly dips.